Hello, hello. Welcome back to 11 True Crime. Mama D coming at you. We're covering the SIDER'S case today with the 16 children. Most people have heard about it, but if you haven't, they had a search warrant to go to the house on something else and discovered 16 children in a 12 by 12 foot room. Filthy, bugs, malnutrition. Children had to be flighted out of there. Now we found out 4 adults in the house have all been charged. The mother has had 19 children and is currently pregnant with her 20th child, as far as we know. There could be more. So you guys ask the better questions, and so we always like to provide our members first. Noah's in the other room, but we like to give our members who support the channel a chance to ask a few questions, and then we hand it over to our beautiful family, our Level 11 family, which means basically that you're a subscriber, which is free to everybody. So make sure and subscribe so you can chat live with us. All right, that being said, disclaimer, I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the dead. I don't use spirit boxes. I'm not a psychic. I don't play one on TV. Jesus is my savior, and that's the only source I pull on. I don't allow other spirits to guide me, just Jesus. All right, you guys, that being said, let's see who has the first question. Looks like Nikki UK. Let's get over on the board. Nikki is asking, question, did Elizabeth, no, that's the mother, did Elizabeth's parents sell her to the SIDER'S? Now, she was only 15 when she got married to Gary SIDER'S. So the question is, did Elizabeth's parents allegedly sell her? You said sliders too, Nikki. It's hard not to. I don't know why. 20 kids and counting. Yeah, we're still seeing. All right. Did the parents sell Elizabeth? Anything else want to come out? We'll go one more time. I felt like they did. Okay. Let's get into this. We've got the 10 of Cups, which is a firm yes. We have that they were in love. That they were in love. And the parents were taking a self-couple love, and it's all toxic. This would suggest that the family supported this, and in their, what this is showing me is they chose to make it toxic. Okay, let me explain this to you. This family she had before she went with Gary is extremely toxic, according to this reading. That she literally got with Gary to escape hell, where the devil was ruling. And so she took a self-couple love to marry Gary. It was all about wanting a real family. Bottom of the deck, a decision to let her go and let her be single on her own, but it is Pentacles, which can mean money. Judgment is yes, for a new beginning, and put their burdens down. They got money, I think. I think you're right. They got some sort of financial, they benefited somehow, the family did, by getting rid of her, letting her go. I don't know if it was financial, but it is in a sense that we're just like, take her. Okay. But it also shows me that Elizabeth's family was extremely toxic prior to her marrying Gary. That was an excellent question, Nikki. Thank you so very much. And welcome again to Deb, who became a private eye today. That is awesome. Now, let me see here. Where are we? Let me catch up. I'm going to go ahead, scroll up, and take another member question real quick, and then we'll jump into everybody. Question from Carla Virgin. Is there any SA going on with the kids and Grandpa allegedly? Okay. Ooh, tough one, right? Is there any essay with Grandpa and the children, allegedly? We have a strong yes, attention. We have the grandma's energy. Maybe she could have been also. We have cutting something out. Grandma was jealous. Is that true? This almost looks like grandma was jealous in some way. We have this plan. We're going to go ahead and take it a step further of burying this independent energy. Stuck, get a new perspective. We have the Queen of Wands and judgment and justice with the family. This could suggest that this Empress actually was creating the plan. She didn't like the attention that was being given. The grandmother, feminine energy, did not like the attention that was being given to the situation, if you want to call it that. And so she wanted to cut it out, and the plan was to keep it buried, to suppress this independent energy. Stuck, get a new perspective. She didn't like the Queen of Wands energy around her, so she passed judgment to balance things out in her own family. There's a struggle here. I wouldn't say that I'm seeing essay by the grandfather. I am seeing a very jealous type of energy over the attention that was being shared. And that's what I'm picking up on, as a jealous mother, not the mother, but the grandmother. Let's continue. That was also a very good question. Thank you, Carla. Now we're going to get down here. We've got our beautiful family and good questions. Hello, Charlene. How are you? Hi, Danny. Hi. Hey, Dana. Yo, good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Jan Funk's got a question for us. Were there rugs involved? Were rugs involved with the situation here? Was drugs involved in the situation? We have grandma, allegedly. Get a new perspective. We have the Sun, the Knight of Wands. And we have law. I'm not seeing rugs. I'm not. I'm seeing stuck plan. There's so much info in this deck, I am not necessarily seeing drugs involved. Doesn't mean they're not. I'm just not picking up on involvement with drugs. Okay? Maybe they were too poor to even do drugs, which I'm just saying. I don't even understand how people that are on drugs get drugs, because, they cost money. Well, Roof and Roofer, hello, lovely. WW is asking, have the children with cell phones ever reached out for help? Have the children with cell phones, and that's a stuck energy. Let's cut that out. Get the deck rolling again here. So there might be something stuck about that. Maybe it's just a story that they had cell phones. Maybe it was the adults that had them and were using the children's accounts. I don't know. But there was something stuck about that. So let's see what we've got. Did children have cell phones? Let's ask that first. There went a card on the floor and one on the table. So we have a new beginning. There's something that's foolish. Hold on. This card's under my chair. Like, I had to get off my chair to get it. All right, so we have protection. We have protecting how far you've come. Defensive energy surrounding a new beginning. Did they reach out for help? We have Archangel Michael. Something doesn't mix well with this. There's something off with the question. Not that you asked the wrong question or the wrong part, but there could be that they never had phones. That could be a lie, perhaps. So there's something here with the temperance that didn't sit right. We have defensive energy and a new beginning, packing light. Maybe they had, is it about timing? So we have a messenger. So this is almost a young energy. It's a page, it's a messenger. So we definitely have a message. We have a youth with a message. That could be the phones. Of something in out of balance, because this is in excess. This is a message of in excess. With the grandmother again. Whereas it could be the mother getting attention. I'm not seeing the help me. I'm not seeing the help me part. Let me look at this question a little differently. This is a very important question. If the children had cell phones, why would they have not dialed 911? You know, this is important. Hey, thanks for the message. It hit the floor too. Ouch. Y'all, I'm so glad I'm not camera, because on camera you would have been like, oh man, I just hit my head and my chair rolled away out from under my butt while I was getting these. Okay, we have Taurus, earth energy, second house. This is the material world. This is earth energy. And then we have the Virgo again, the Mercury communication. So there is something, but it says withdrawn, right? Virgo withdrawn. These children do not appear that they reached out for help at all. This almost feels like they were somehow conditioned not to reach for help. South Node, life lessons, what occurred in the past. We have karmic debt, moving away from the lowest point, gift from birth, comfort zone, and spiritual lesson. There may have been a reason why they didn't. If they reached out, maybe they felt like they were endangering other family members in a sense. I'm not seeing that they reached out for help. I'm seeing that they actually tended to pull their energy away from the world. And I'm not sure why. Why would they be so fearful? Maybe they were bullied. Well, they weren't even in school, so I don't. I don't know, but it doesn't appear that they reached out for help that I can see, and it's just blowing my mind. Okay, let's see what else we have. Lanny is asking, each child was born in the hospital. Did the doctors question Elizabeth's health? Apparently not, right? Let's see what this is. Did the doctors ever question Elizabeth's health? Especially after a baby 14 or 15, right? So we do have this exchange that you're talking about with the doctors. Maybe this is the mother energy, because she is pregnant. The Empress is pregnant. Universe giving something. Almost like a handout. Maybe they just felt they were poor. But as we have a yes, that they were, there's definitely exchange with a yes and the pregnant mother. Was there no follow-up ever done? Or did they just consider her poor and therefore, but why didn't they like, oh, you were in here, yeah, like last year and the year before and the year before and the year before, you know what I'm saying? Because she had 9 babies in the same hospital. There just seems like they should have been asking questions. Gail, question, did any of the children ever try to run away? Ooh, that's an excellent question. Did any of these children try to run away? Yeah, I don't know how she would deliver a healthy baby living on sugar, oil, and water. I know, Danny, none of this makes sense to me. Did these children try to run away? Did any of the children ever try to run away? It's showing me not really. What in the world? So we have this offer, and then we have this illusion and protection, protecting how far you've come. It's almost as if they were afraid to leave because they were protecting something. Could it be the other children, the younger children? Tower, judgment. Something could have happened if one of them ran away. They may have gotten caught or scared of judgment and what would happen if they did run away. That's what's being communicated, is that if they run away, they've got the judgment that something horrific would happen from the masculine in the family, that Knight of Wands. And so they were left confused what to do. So it looks to me like there was some coercion to keep them from running away. That's interesting. Okay, what's wrong with my chat? How come it won't let me? I couldn't spin it. Hi, Aline. How are you? Did Elizabeth, husband and children, always live with grandparents, or did they have their own place before? So they've only lived with the grandparents for 4 years. So we know that much factually. So thank you for asking. Hi, Angie. Did the family ever reach out for help? Right. Did the family ever reach out for help? Did the parents or the grandparents ever reach out for help? So this is interesting. Yeah. It's almost as if they were avoiding reaching out for help rather than seeking help. We have that they made a pact of their own. Um, this is almost as if the people, if they got seen and if information was learned about this, they would move. They would move away from danger, away from someone knowing, or even law. So it looks to me like that they were moving away from anybody that tried to um get into this. It's weird. Hmm. King of Wands. He's very much fighting to cover this up. Masculine is. Now I heard that the grandfather had a stroke, and that's when the junior moved in. Could he be taking advantage of that situation? No school, no social life, didn't leave the house. Sadly, I think their home life was all they knew. It was normal to them, so heartbreaking, right? Right, Wanda. No, Wanda. None of the children attended any school. True. Jennyville, question: are the children physically able to get out? Okay, were the children physically able to get out if they wanted to? Were the children physically able to leave the house if they wanted to on their own? Yes. I think they were worried about what would happen to the little ones if they dare got out. Because here's the love, almost like love held them there, like they didn't want to leave the children stuck in with the devil. They didn't want to leave the other ones behind with the devil. So we have that messenger made a pact, in other words, to not give up. And so they're stuck because of the devil. much of and that's the clarity of this, is that they felt tight to their little ones. The olders may have been taking care of the littles, but we definitely have stuck because of restraint, meaning they could have been physically restrained, but also, and that's possible, even though we weren't told about it, this could be an emotional restraint, saying you're stuck because you're attached with love to your family. And this is the messenger of the pact, of the establishment, that was the way that it was working. We have a little bit of a story here. So, this messenger, this young one that would talk, has a secret that is going to be told to the law. We definitely have one of the youths, possibly a teenager, is going to tell the secrets to law. And we'll know a lot more as the story unfolds for sure. It's too confusing right now for me to understand it too. And that's why I'm like, we're just going to have to do some cards to understand more. Yes, she had 4 sets of twins. One set was conjoined and passed away at birth. Okay, you guys, let me see what else you guys have. How could they live with the smell from body fluids make one so sick? And I know I don't even have an answer, right? Marty, 100% she's pregnant. For real. Plus, I've been getting the Empress, which at first I thought was grandma, but I'm starting to think that that is the pregnant mother because the Empress is pregnant. She had several sets of twins. Yeah, 4 total sets of twins. All right, you guys, let me scroll up, and if I've caught most of the questions. Ooh, that's a good one. We'll do this one. This will be our last one. And this is Angie, and she wants to know about why were the police responding to domestic violence, right? So that's what brought them to the house, is a DV report. Let's find out more about the domestic violence that was happening allegedly within the home. Who is a perpetrator of this alleged domestic violence? The devil. Say here now. That's straight up the truth. And look at this. We have this pregnant woman. And the mother, she's the one pregnant. Where is she the victim? Is the devil being the entity, and then she's the mother. So the devil and the Empress, this could be the pregnant mother, and this is the devil. All right, so show me who this devil is. Somebody that has conflicts, that likes to argue, that watches everything, that stalks, that controls, and keeps the situation confusing. We have laid to rest with an offer, the death, and the stuck King of Pentacles, the breadwinner. The one that the breadwinner. Who's this King of Pentacles? Somebody stuck financially, perhaps, even though that usually means they have a ton of money. So they've got protection. So it's the one that can stand up alone, and they're masculine, and they are creating the nightmare. Yep. All right. So to me, the devil appears to be, allegedly, you decide who you think it is. But for everything I'm seeing, the devil and the Empress is the pregnant mother. The devil is the one that's working to control her and the children. To me, it's a masculine energy. It's coming up with the wands, which is somebody that's very phallic. I'm going to ask something real quick, and I don't know if you guys have asked it, but if this is your question, pat yourself on the back. It's a good question. Did the father, Junior, essay any of the children? If something was swift action, rushing in, and we have secrets. We have secrets that are going to come out. I'm going to leave it there, but I got a yes. It's very possible that that's the offer he was making. He was offering phallic symbol, a wand, to the children. Law may be finding that out through a witness, somebody that knows firsthand, if you will, about that Knight of Wand. That's often, the one that likes to procreate, if you will. They may. I'm going to leave that alone for now. We'll see. We'll see as things come out. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, Bird. You know what I'm saying. All right, you guys. How'd we do? How'd we do? Let's see. Do we have any other earth-shattering questions? You guys have a lot of comments. I do want to read a few of them. Angie says, how could they live with the smell from the body fluids makes someone sick? I know, right? I'm glad the junior did what he did because he got exposed. Yeah. Exposed, right? You heard it was the grandpa allegedly. I've heard both, so I don't know anymore. You want to know if grandpa is the father of any of them. That's why they're doing DNA tests, which will take time. All right, my lovelies, that was very informative, but I'm very confused still. The Empress is coming out, which is the pregnant woman. It could very likely represent the mother who's pregnant. If it does, then it's going to show that she has some sort of mental health issue and is cultish and believes that what she's doing is right in the eyes of God kind of energy. Then it's showing that there's a manipulation of her mindset by a masculine that keeps them all in control. We shall find out, but it's all alleged, and in my humble opinion, I want to thank you for joining me. I pray for these children, all of them. I don't even know how many. Oh my gosh. I just pray for the safety and the full recovery for these children as the best that can be given to them. All right, my lovelies, we'll be back with some more lives coming up on as things develop in this case, as well as I hear somebody mentioned that, and I'd seen something about some guy that they wanted, that's on the wanted list for like 16 years, may match the Nancy Guthrie porch perp. I'll have to take a look and see what I think. What do you think? Let me know. In the meantime, this is just a rough story. But if we don't talk about it, doesn't it just get pushed off in the dark and then repeat? We've got to bring it about. We've got to get the awareness going. And it's a tough job, but you guys are amazing for sticking with me. I thank you so much for supporting the channel and being the voice for the voiceless and getting these things out there. And maybe you liked it, maybe you shared the video, maybe you subscribed, maybe after the live you found the hype button and were able to hype it up. Maybe you just left a comment or you watched all 3 videos. Whatever you've done, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. All right, my lovelies, with that being said, let's get things set up here and get our outro. If I can get things to work, I can tell you it is definitely Mercury retrograde. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right. I love you guys to the moon and back, always and forever. And just like that.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they